Once again, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. My name is Ed Easton Jr. from USA Today's Touchdown Wire. Um, Obviously, we're looking forward to the big American Century Championship and you going out there on the green again. I just want to start off just asking, like, what do you enjoy most about the event, doing it every year?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to kind of go off that really because it's just there's so many things that really make it a extremely special event. But I would say for me, it's the kind of the fraternity almost that becomes created from the American Century Championship of the same guys, girls who show up to the event and have that competitive spirit. Everybody that's there, they're going there to win and are super competitive. We're at the top level of whether it was their sport or their industry and the film world or music. And so it just becomes this really cool competitive environment and a really cool chance to catch up with people that you'd really never cross paths with anywhere else. So it's a great event. And then for me, I love to play golf. So that competitive golf of that grind of 18 holes for me is really cool, and it really helps me with my mental side of what I do for my real job.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have a participant or somebody that you always look forward to competing against? Do you have maybe like a little rivalry on the low that you guys have going on?
I think it's cool because there's probably like 15, 20 people that, really have a chance of winning that event. So it's kind of like, you kind of look to the guys that are similar level of golfer as you, and you kind of like compete internally. And I think they have the same motivation of like, all right, like I know these guys are good, these girls are good, and I want to beat them. So it's not necessarily one person; it's really like a kind of group of people that are around the same skill level, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna work a little bit harder this summer to grind and figure out my game so I can compete against those people.
I hear that. And do you have a favorite memory so far from your time being there, whether it was, you playing or watching someone else do something that you're always going to remember?
I mean, honestly, for me, it's just the event in general, the whole week. Not necessarily just the golf, but the events, being in Lake Tahoe, American Century, just all the events that they put on, and it's just an incredible atmosphere. Being able to go on the lake and enjoy that part of it, and then the kind of in the weekend enjoying that competitive aspect, like I said, that competitive golf. That's like what I really love to do. So yeah, I think it's just the whole thing in general. There's probably not just one moment. I think my wife and I always talk about it's really probably one of our favorite weeks of the entire year and something that we look forward to as soon as we get that invite and immediately say yes. So excited to be back out there.
Sounds good. And, obviously I got to talk some football with you, man. Like the season, well, everybody's mostly in mini camps right now. But I got to ask for you, I'm heading into your 12th NFL season. Does your mindset change a little bit, or do you come in with the same preparation as you did probably in year one?
Yeah, try to make sure that my mindset doesn't change, to be honest. Like making sure that it's like that same hungry, undrafted kid trying to make the team. Really focusing on now, probably the biggest difference would be focusing on like preparation in my body, making sure that my body's feeling as good as it possibly can and in good shape, so I can withstand a season and be there to help and support my team. But yeah, not much mentally changes the older you get. You really try to fall back on all right, how did I approach the game when I was a young player, and I want to have that same approach that has helped me have success.
Definitely. And obviously, the Carolina Panthers, you guys missed out on the postseason last year, but I always felt like it was a little misleading in terms of you guys' record just because of how close the games you played. And in particular, you guys played against the two Super Bowl competitors last year with the Eagles and the Chiefs, and it came down to the wire. What do you feel like that said about your team? And is there something you take away from that, knowing that you guys pushed the two Super Bowl competitors to the limit?
Yeah, I think it just gives us confidence going into this year that hey, we didn't win those games, and at the end of the day, there's no a loss is a loss. Like you're not getting out anything out of a loss. But I will say I think it gives you confidence going into this year to say, hey, we were right there, and the pieces that we've added, the leadership roles that have been replaced, and people just strong leaders have been brought into the facility. And then paired with just the players that we've added in free agency, the players that we've added in the draft, I feel like there was a really precise and um, thought out plan this year. And so I think that just gives us confidence that we were right there. We added pieces. Brought in great leadership. Let's see what happens.
No, definitely. And obviously, working with Bryce Young, how have you felt like his development and everything has been going, especially toward the end of last year? It seemed like he started to pick things up. Was there anything from your point of view that said, okay, I think he's adjusting better, and a lot of like the noise and everything, you guys are able to like, get that out of the building, and he just seems like ready to go?
Yeah, definitely. I think just how last year went for him, the kind of the ups and downs, and finishing on a high note the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. I think coming into this year, he just really has been able to kind of understand what it takes to play at a high level in this league, and what it takes, more importantly, what it takes for him personally to be at his very best and to help this team win games. I think it takes a little bit of time as an athlete, when you get to the highest level, to kind of figure out what that looks like. Everyone thinks like, oh, just work hard, it'll play itself out, but everyone kind of has to figure out what helps them personally play at a high level, and then what does that look like and how it helps the team, especially in a leadership position like a quarterback. Everyone's looking to you. Everyone's kind of you can't just necessarily, as he would probably tell you, you can't just necessarily be yourself. You kind of got to be what's best for the team. And I think he really took that on, really helped us as a team take a step, and you can see that confidence and what he kind of brought to the team carry over to the OTAs and mini camp, and excited to see what that looks like this year.
Definitely looking forward to that. And you have obviously you were just talking about having new additions to the team, adding McMillan in the first round of the draft, um, just also having just a young core of receivers around you. Are you like, how do you feel just about being the mentor in the room and obviously the veteran in the room, knowing that you have so much young receivers around you, young talent?
Yeah, it's something, a part of the game that I really enjoy. It's something that I've really always really enjoyed, even going back to college as a junior, a senior, that you kind of just really that I really enjoyed, being that mentor, being that show how to work, how to take care of your body, how to treat people in the building, what kind of attitude you have in the good and the bad, and really just trying to challenge myself in those areas, especially the last few years of okay, I always say I want to be a leader. Now, what does that look like, and how are you doing when things aren't going well as a leader? It's easy to be a leader when things are going well, when you're winning games, when you're playing well individually. But what does that look like when things are tough individually or tough as a team? And what kind of leader are you there? So really challenged myself the last few years, has really helped my mindset going into this year, with a lot of young talent and guys that are young that are going to have to make a huge impact for us. So excited about that. But at the end of the day, I also got to play at a high level, and I got to help this team win games. And so it's not just all mentor role. I'm not a coach, but yes, the balance is definitely there, and I'm excited about that role.
Definitely. Adam, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you on the green and doing well at the American Century Championship.
All right, man. Thank you.